4 Hot, 4 Not. This is the series in which I look at the 4 hottest wrestlers coming from the previous PLE and the 4 not hottest wrestlers, cold if you will, from the previous PLE. And that was Night of Champions. Night of 2 champions only. It was more like a weekend of champions though, because almost everybody defended their belts. And so, that said, we're going to do it off of the whole entire weekend. Our first hot wrestler is going to be LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight actually didn't even wrestle, but he is climbing up that proverbial ladder of success. He has consistently thwarted Seth Rollins and his plans, been a thorn in his side, and this Monday Night Raw, well, not only did he get a one-up and a really cool visual where Seth Rollins was like, he had escaped CM Punk, right? And he's like kind of laughing in the crowd, and LA Knight, he like gets, he comes up from behind him, but he's eating popcorn. I thought that was a nice touch, and then he attacks him. But what made it even hotter, what makes LA Knight even hotter, is the fact that later in the evening, him and CM Punk crossed paths, and CM Punk was a little mad and started to berate LA Knight. But unlike most, LA Knight actually stood up for himself with that microphone, and, you know, he went in on CM Punk as well and shut him up. Very, very difficult to do. He shut CM Punk up, and then he kept on walking. That tells me they got something in store for Mr. Knight. And he's got himself a Saturday night main event match with Seth Rollins. Now, I wish it was at SummerSlam, but beggars can't be choosers, and I will definitely be happy with an LA Knight versus Seth Rollins one-on-one match at Saturday night's main event. So, LA Knight, I mean, he's not super red hot. In fact, right now, nobody's like volcanically hot, except for maybe John Cena. We'll talk about him later, but everybody else is like kind of just like, you know, they're hot. They're hot enough. They're hot enough. You'll burn yourself. You'll be uncomfortable. Like kind of like the hood of a car. If you sat on the hood of a car, you would definitely be uncomfortable after like a minute. That's like where everybody's at right now. We're kind of in a waiting period for SummerSlam. All right, so who's cold? Let's do cold, and that's gonna be the New Day. Oh my gosh, I hate this. The New Day, I basically, the last 2 videos I did, I complained about the New Day, so I don't want to just do another, why did the New Day have to lose? However, if you're new to the channel, I gotta say, like, why did the New Day have to lose? I just don't understand it. The New Day were doing some good stuff. I get it. Oh, well, the tag team division sucked. Yeah, the tag team division sucked. So that doesn't mean you take the belts off of the one true tag team, the one true gem of a tag team that you've got. Okay, Creeds are pretty cool too, but the New Day, they were veterans, they were funny, they were over as heels, and we're taking the belts off them. Why? So we could make the Judgment Day a faction look good? I hate it. I really do believe that the New Day should still be champions, but be that as it may, no matter what my feelings are, I have to put the New Day on the cold list, and that pains me. I just hate that the New Day lost the title, but on the bright side, you, the viewer, can win this title right here, or any of the titles that I have showcased on this channel, because every 10,000 subscribers, I give away a belt in my quest to quit my day job and produce wrestling content full-time, baby. That's right. So at 20,000, I'm gonna give away a belt. Any belt you've seen on my shoulder. All you gotta do to win is comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding, 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 notification. I would appreciate it, and the thumb would appreciate it. The thumb would appreciate it if you thumbed up the video. You see that thumb? No, don't downvote. This you don't want to do. This is what you want to do. Click it. I know. I'm asking you to click like 4 buttons, but gee golly willikers, this is a $600 belt. Maybe clicking 4 buttons wouldn't be that bad of a trade-off. All right. Wow, this guy's aggressive. Yeah, I had one too many Red Bulls today, but you know what? Worth it. Okay, so your next hot faction is gonna be the Judgment Day, and this one kind of pains me because it plays off of the New Day, and I didn't want to put the New Day on the cold list, so therefore by putting the Judgment Day on the hot list, it's kind of based off the fact that they beat the New Day. And not did they just beat the New Day, but then they solidified, Finn Balor solidified their women's tag titles with now Roxanne and Raquel Rodriguez. Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, your women's champion, and Dom holding the singles title. Finn Balor just like conniving his way through everything. He has systematically pushed Liv Morgan out of the Judgment Day, and while there are no leaders in Judgment Day, you can tell that he is the one pulling the strings and just loving every moment. And if you go on social media, Twitter, he's actually, Finn Balor is actually saying, "We miss you" to Liv Morgan. It's so funny. It's so hilarious. And so while I do not agree with the fact that the Judgment Day won the title, I can't argue that they did win the title, that they are draped in gold. And, well, you know what? Seth Rollins' group says that he's the future, but the way I look at it, the Judgment Day are the present, because they're the ones that seem to be, they get the most airtime, they get the most matches, they get the most titles on Raw right now. So I gotta say, somehow, some way, the Judgment Day, they survived the loss of Edge, then they survived the loss of Rhea and Damian Priest, and now they're thriving once more. I mean, look at Damian Priest. What is he doing? He's not even on this list. You know why he's not on this list? Because he's doing so nothing. I feel bad putting him on this list. He's not even a factor. He's not even a factor. So that's how bad Damian Priest is right now. He doesn't even have enough airtime to be considered good or bad. but the Judgment Day, they have enough airtime, and, well, they're hot. Going over to cold, we got Zelina Vega. All right, Zelina Vega, I'm sorry to do this to you. I know you're great. I really do. I do know you're great. I remember your time with Andrade as a manager. You had, like, some really good lines on the microphone. Unfortunately, they didn't let you speak, and your title reign kind of, like, I wouldn't say suck, but, like, even worse than sucked. Forgettable. At least Jinder Mahal's sucked so bad that I remember it, but, like, I'm not going to remember Zelina Vega. Not going to remember. I'm going to remember Chelsea Green, but I'm not going to, like, who beat Chelsea? I don't know. Was it Julia? I'm not going to remember it. And that's even worse. To be forgotten. So, like, I hope I'm really sorry about this, Zelina. Hopefully that sounded like harsh. Like, I'm not a hater. I'm really not. I just like, I can't endorse that title reign. It wasn't your fault. It's always the Booker's fault. We can say that all day long, but at the end of the day, I got to put the blame on someone, and I don't know any of the writers' names, so I'm going to have to say, Zelina Vega, your U.S. title reign, it was cold, and by default, so are you. And for the record, she lost to Julia on Smackdown, just so we know. That's the record. There's the record. Let's do our part-timers right now. We got some part-timers. I don't put them on any hot or cold list, because usually when a part-timer just, like, kind of shows up, they're instantly hot, or, well, I guess could be cold. Logan Paul, like, he's not a factor at all, so I guess you could just say he's cold, or, like, he's kind of in the Damian Priest. No factor whatsoever. Nobody's talking about him either. Nobody's like, where's Logan Paul at? So just a non-factor Logan Paul. John Cena, though, red hot. He's probably the hottest of everybody. John Cena's matches are doing some great stuff here. I probably should have put CM Punk on one of these lists, but I didn't, but he did just come off a really good feud with John Cena. I think CM Punk's in, like, this holding pattern. He's, like, kind of lukewarm for the main event scene, but, like, he's doing good work. He's definitely doing good work. He's just not, like, it's not like him and Drew last year, but we're talking John Cena here, and John Cena, though, like, his matches are just getting better and better. He cut his own pipe bomb. It was amazing. It, like, drew me all the way back to 2011. Oh, those were good times. 2011. Were they good times? Yeah, I think they were good times, because Undertaker's streak was still alive. Or was it? Yes, it was still alive. Yes, it was still alive. So all was right in WWE land. But here's the deal. John Cena his heel turn is just getting better and better better and better as we get further and further away from that debacle of The Rock's involvement in this whole storyline, and now John Cena seems to be steering the ship, and yeah, he's getting more comfortable in that match at Night of Champions, when there was a moment where he could have hit CM Punk with the belt, and he didn't. He put it down. Like, it's starting to shift. It's starting to shift. Even John Cena said it in the pipe bomb. Do you hear it? The mood has changed. While John Cena still did do heel tactics to win, ultimately, the match, the beginning of the face turn has happened. So John Cena, the part-timer, red hot. He's red hot. He's like you will burn yourself upon touching John Cena right now. Let's do Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, I would just say cold, ice cold. And it's like, well, wait a second. I thought you said that if they're just not present, they don't count. Well, yes and no, because Roman Reigns, his presence kind of like, he's like omnipresent. He's like, his aura, he's always the shadow. His shadow is so grandiose that it's just cast over WWE at all times. Like Logan Paul, nobody's talking about Logan Paul. They're like, once Logan Paul's feud is done and he's gone, everybody's like, okay, now what? But with Roman Reigns, it's always like we're looking around to see, oh, this is where Roman Reigns interferes. This is where Roman Reigns, he stops Seth Rollins. This is where Roman. So for Roman not to show up like when the time calls for it, like a Money in the Bank, where Money in the Bank cash in or something, I guess you could say that, I would just put Roman as ice cold because he's just like, poof, he just disappeared. Like, why did he even go away this time? Because he got speared by Braun Breaker? Because the wise man hurt his feelings? Why did Roman feel the need to leave? I get last year he lost his title, the thing that made him relevant, the tribal chief. But this year he lost Paul Heyman. So like, I mean, I would do it if I lost Paul Heyman, but I think Roman's a little above that. So I'm just gonna put him as ice cold. And I know Roman Reigns, probably an avid watcher of WrestleChop, and he's probably crying himself to sleep tonight on his like big bags of money that he uses for pillows. So I'm sure Roman is totally devastated that he's on WrestleChop's cold list, and I don't know how he will comfort himself, but the big fat stacks of cash for your 8 appearances a year will just have to suffice. I still acknowledge you though, Roman. And then our final part-timer on this list is someone I don't even want to say their name. Their name tastes like sulfur. Tastes like sulfur in my mouth. And but I'll say it. I can say it. It's cool. It's cool. I'll say it. I'll say it for you guys and gals. I love you so much. I'll say this name. The next part-timer we need to talk about starts with a G. Goldberg. Okay, there. I said it. Okay, so we got to talk about that guy. Okay, we're talking about him. He who shall not be named. And I wish I could put him on the cold list. I really do, but I can't. I'm not going to put him on the hot list either, though. He's kind of like lukewarm. And the reason why I say this is because, yes, he did appear, and he got instantly into a title match. And he made a lot of news. So that implies that he's hot, right? And if that was it, that would be like, boom, he's hot. But the reason why I'm putting him kind of in lukewarm is because when Gunther came out this week, you know what fans were chanting? They weren't chanting that the guy that starts with the letter G. They were actually chanting, "You tapped out. You tapped out." That shows me that nobody really cares about this match, that nobody really cares about that guy, and they've moved on. I'm sure there are some people who actually do want to see the match and are desperate for it and are huge fans of He Who Shall Not Be Named, but that said, as a whole, the WWE Universe might have finally moved on from the nostalgia act that is the man of one move, the spear. And so, because I heard "You tapped out" and not Goldberg chants, that I'm gonna say that he's kind of lukewarm. Now, if he does win the title, I will have to put him as hot. I'm gonna be fair, even though I hate the guy with every fiber of my being. I am gonna be fair when it comes to this list. So right now, like, all my personal feelings aside, he is lukewarm. And that brings me to the cold list, and Gunther is going to be on it. And one of the reasons is because of He Who Shall Not Be Named. And that's because, like, why is this guy fighting Gunther for a world title? If there was no title involved, then it's fine, whatever. When Gunther fought Pat McAfee, it's like, okay, fine, whatever, even though I know a lot of people had a lot of feelings about that. But, like, right now he has the title, therefore, like, whether or not Gunther said something bad about Goldberg's family like 6 to 8 months ago, the dude does not deserve a title shot. And the fact that he gets to just walk in and get one, that shows how much they're placing on Gunther's title reign. That just shows. Plus, Gunther was just like literally just pushed down. He was just literally pushed down by CM Punk, and he did nothing. Now, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because Gunther's MO is to, like, remember when Jimmy slapped the taste out of Gunther's mouth, and then everybody was like, oh my god, Gunther lost all his aura? Well, the next week, Gunther murdered Jey Uso, you know? So, it's like, it's just bad timing. Next week, if Gunther murders CM Punk, then Gunther would actually probably be on the hot list. But right now, where I'm filming it, he has a matchup with a 58-year-old dude about to retire, where he could legitimately lose his title, and he just got pushed down and did nothing. So it's just bad timing for Gunther, but I gotta put him on the list. And also, though, I will say this too, he was one of 2 champions who did not defend his title on the weekend of champions, and that's kind of lame. That's actually very lame. Who was the other Io Sky? Why isn't she on the list? I had her on last month, so I'm just gonna give her a break and put Gunther on this month. All right, so who's hot? We're gonna go the Island Boys. The Island Boys, yeah! Okay, that's not their official name, but Solo Sikoa and his troop. We got Tunga Loa, the true tribal chief, has returned. We got JC Mateo, hate that name, and Tala Tunga, formerly Hikuleo. I love the fact that Tala Tunga comes in, like, and Triple H sees a tall guy, and he's a really tall one, and they're like, what should we name him? Let's just name him Tall Tungan, because that's what Tala is. So literally, it's just like, okay, Tama, Tunga, and Tall. Hey, Tall. That said, Solo Sikoa, out of nowhere, rebuilt his aura so quick that he was able to be the guy to dethrone Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is like the future of WWE. There's so much hope and potential in this guy, and yet Solo just kind of like came out of nowhere, and they're like, let's give Solo the belt. Solo's doing a really good job here. It's like, we all thought Jacob would outshine Solo, and he did, but once all the eyes were off of Solo, and Solo could really just be himself and perform the character to his own personality, it was like, oh, wait a second, Solo has aura too, and now we got a really cool feud. It's not like Solo's outshining Jacob, or Jacob is outshining Solo. They're both just shining. This is like 2 suns are orbiting each other right now. Now, that whole, the whole solar system will be destroyed, because you can't have 2 suns in a solar system. But like, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot in that solar system, and they're hot. They're hot right now. The whole Bloodline 4.0, 3.0, whatever point they are, red hot. Solo's doing great stuff. Love you, Solo. I acknowledge you. We'll go cold. I had like a bunch of people that I could put on here. I thought, should I do Carmelo Hayes? Nah, he's not even on TV. Can't really do anything with them. You could do Damian Priest, but again, same concept. I'm gonna do Rusev, maybe even Aleister Black. Now put Rusev on here, but Aleister Black is like very close. Though it looks like they are starting some kind of storyline there, so that's going to help them stay off the cold list. I'm going to do Rusev, because Rusev just had a match on Sheamus on Monday Night Raw. A match on Raw with Sheamus, and I don't know, it was good, and like some people even said it stole the show, so like it got enjoyment, but I just felt like Rusev needs to do more to remind us how great and of a threat that he really is. Rusev, back in the day, before Rusev Rusev Day was a killer. He was a straight-up killer, a Bulgarian brute. Even in AEW, after his stupid video game gimmick, he was the Redeemer. And he was actually, like, he was a big old threat, a crazy religious threat in AEW. And now it's like, I don't know. He just seems to be a shell of his former self. Now, it did just get going, so we gotta give it a little bit of time, but you know what? I had to put someone on this cold list, and I just figured, yeah, it's gotta be him. You could argue Io Sky because of her championship reign not being defended again. So, Io just started a program with Rhea. I'm going to keep Rusev on here. He had an opportunity to showcase himself. He should have fought. He should have put Sheamus through a wall or a table, and he didn't. So, I'm going to say Rusev. I'm sticking with Rusev as my number 4 cold WWE star. And now we're at our last final hot spot, and I'm going to tie it. It's going to be a tie between the king and queen of the ring, Jade Cargill and Cody Rhodes. I know they both got their haters out there, but you're not going to find any hater here. I like them both. I like them both. Could Cody be more exciting? Yes. He could definitely be more exciting. Sometimes, if I had hair, I want to pull it out at the fact that I'm like, Cody, I know you're way cooler than this. I know you are better than this. Why are you so lame? Take that suit off and put the tracksuit on, Cody, because you are so much better than how you come across in your I respect you promos. And Jade Cargill, well, people just have hated her since day one, and I just don't see it. I like her. I love Jade Cargill. If you want to start a YouTube channel and hate on Jade Cargill, go for it. But here on WrestleChop, we are going to celebrate how awesome and amazing she is becoming, because every match I see her doing better. Oh, but Chop, she botched that pin. Yeah, so did Gunther last year on Randy Orton. So it's like, okay, it happens. Stuff happens. And I really like it though. I don't see how they could not be on the list. Even if I didn't like them, how could I not put your king and queen who are about to go main event hot WrestleMania SummerSlam, as Simon Miller would say? They gotta be your king and queen. They're hot. They're gonna go main event the hottest party of the summer, whatever they call it. Yeah, they're good. I'm loving it. I can't wait for them to turn heel. I'm not going to lie. They're going to be both better heels than faces, but most people are. Can't deny it. Cody, Jade, hot, and so are you. You're all hot. Every single one of you. I appreciate the views. Thank you so much. Each video gets 1,000 views. Sometimes people ask me, hey, Chop, how many subscribers is it going to take for you to quit your day job? Honestly, the subscribers is more of a vanity. It's more of a vanity metric for advertisers. You know how many views it will take for me to quit my day job? Basically, I would say that each video has to hit about 10,000. If each video hit 10,000 views, I'd quit my day job. So there you go, boys and girls. I just thought I'd give you a little heads up in that, because I get that question a lot, honestly. So, boys, girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Have yourselves a good day.